Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the morning after with your host, me, Alex Ringler. Let's see where we're all coming in from. Say who you are, where you are, and what was your favorite Rue look this season? Russ.
Hi, I'm Russ White. I'm calling in from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm the co-publisher of Q Life magazine. My favorite look this season, I don't know, peppermint last night was awesome. I'll just go with that.
Okay. Mark Finley.
Hi, I'm Mark Mom Finley. I'm calling from Seattle, Washington, and I am a drag queen. And my favorite Rue look that she wore was the week that she had on the designer wear with all the on it.
With the Japanese.
Not necessarily the dress, but her face was absolutely flawless. I thought it was beautiful.
I like that dress too. Next, Mr. Rush calling in from Steamworks. It looks like.
I'm calling in from swim club here in Denver, Colorado. And my favorite look is either everything combined that Sasha has done all year, or peppermint from when she dresses a peppermint.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was really good. The peppermint look. Okay. And Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael Barbieri. I'm the dining and entertainment writer for Q Life magazine, and I'm calling in from New York with a giant barbecue festival outside my window.
I bet it smells amazing.
And my favorite, you know what? I didn't really have a favorite Rue look this year. I didn't really like her looks this year, but I will say which one I hated the most, which was last night's. She looked like she was wearing a fucking cactus.
Oh my God, that was my favorite one though. Anyway. Well, because I grew up in Arizona, so I'm surrounded by
okay.
I just wanted to take a stick of kryptonite and throw it in there and make my own Fortress of Solitude.
Solitude, indeed.
Rue's Fortress of Solitude.
That's her next book.
Fortress of Solitude.
Walter, I see that chandelier.
Yes, I'm the dreaded and feared Walter Kurtz, coming to you from Donkey Mayor, home of the chandelier. And I kind of agree with Michael. I agree that I really like the designer one, but overall I really didn't like any of them that she wore.
Huh?
I didn't really like any of the looks for the most part this season from anyone. I thought it was kind of a dead looks year. Not much memorable stuff. Yeah.
Basically,
how about that
Walter
for a
is not
cranky
a fan of the
observation? I love the show.
Garrett, what's up?
Hi everyone, my name is Garrett. I'm the co-publisher of Q Life magazine, and I'm calling in today from Las Vegas, where I live. And I would have to say, I know you're probably speaking to outfits, but I think that Rue's makeup, I kind of like the change this year. I thought it was fun, something different, and obviously anything and everything that Valentino wore, always my favorite.
Nice. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Christopher Henry.
Hi, I'm Christopher Anthony Henry, and I'm calling in from New York City. I'm an actor, singer, and comic. My favorite look, well, I have to agree with, I think Dylan said Peppermint's Club Kid look, where she was dressed as a peppermint. That's my favorite look of the Queens all season, because I thought it really matched the challenge. And I agree with Mark in terms of my favorite, Mama Mark, on the favorite Rue look. I also have not been a huge fan of the change in Rue's wigs, makeup, and everything this season. I miss Matthew Anderson sorely. God bless Delta Work and Raven, but it's been a rough season for Rue's face.
Been hit or miss.
So we're split.
That's my favorite look.
It's been a hit or miss, and also I really did this season that her hips were like
The padding. Oh my God.
They had a life of their own.
She was smuggling her couch in there, I think. She was like redecorating, so she had to like take her couch from point A to point B. And yeah.
Just so we're clear, the reason that I didn't give my take on an actual Mama Rue look is, off the top of my head, I could not tell you a single outfit she wore all year.
Yeah.
It all kind of blend together for me.
Yeah, it was pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard getting somebody new to paint your face.
I didn't really like the dress so much in the designer outfit, but her face, her makeup was just spot on, perfect.
But what about Rue as boy Rue? All those suits are a lot.
Oh well, every season he's got all those wonderful suits. That's
Klein, Epstein, and Parker.
amazing. But eh.
And then he has them let out and they go to Elton John.
We're not really,
well, at least Elton John's thigh.
yeah. All right, so we still love you, Mama Rue, but we maybe didn't like your looks this season. But anyway, so we get our challenge right off the back, and we have to do everything. We have to sing, we have to write a song, we have to do choreography, and okay, I feel like it's like up to you. You got to choose what you did, and they all chose something like a little hard for themselves, which I was okay with. Especially Shay with the fast lyrics. I was like, to go in there and like spit out fast lyrics so like precisely. I'm like, that's a challenge, girl. Why did you give yourself that? That being said, I think she did it well. I think Peppermint killed. The other two not so much, but Trinity is white and doesn't have rhythm. So
she's from Alabama. She doesn't have to.
Yeah,
yet another example of Sasha using her brain to overcome a challenge.
Exactly.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, Christopher, speak on that too. Who did you think did the best?
Well, I think this was definitely Peppermint's episode, and she actually kind of reminded me a lot of when Adore was in the top 3, top 4. You can have a queen who may not be the strongest in the look department all season, but if they can make it right to the end, you always notice every season it's usually a music video challenge or a dance challenge or something in the performer genre, and people like Adore and people like Peppermint, even though they're not the strongest look queens, if you get them to a performing challenge, they're going to kill everybody. And that's what Peppermint did last night. This was a challenge we saw that with Brittany. We saw that with all of the other challenges. This was something she could deliver. I was kind of shocked Trinity couldn't do better because she's so funny in some of the performing challenges, but I guess she just didn't have rhythm in terms of everything else.
Well, the thing is, like, aside from
funny until she got here. I mean,
yeah.
She said that this was the first time that she'd ever realized she could be funny.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, but that's the thing is like I don't think I didn't think her performance was bad. It was just like the writing into the rap and that sort of thing. She basically started with "My name is Trinity and I'm here to say." And I'm like, okay.
Which is the perfect example of white rapper.
It's exactly.
Very Roxy Andrews. Very Roxy Andrews.
Yeah. Okay. So I agree. I think Peppermint kind of slayed the challenge, and it was good to finally see her shine. Well, not finally, like whenever, like you said, Christopher, whenever we saw her perform, even in the lip syncs, it's like we're like, oh, we're gonna get something with Peppermint with this lip sync.
Can I point out that
yes.
5 weeks ago, I predicted that I gave my top 3. In that top 3, all the way back then, it was Sasha and Peppermint. And every time, all the way down the line, I have said Sasha and Peppermint, all the way from the beginning, because it's all about personality. I didn't look at their skills. I didn't look at anything else. I just looked at who was quirky and likable, and I was just like those two. And that's why Valentina was my third, because those were for me the 3 most likable people.
Dylan, is that how you pick your dates too?
No.
Likability, yeah. Why not?
Okay. Likability,
Alexis.
And I mean,
Ass. I know. I get it.
All right. So
Really put on my
Skills?
Big personality.
yes.
they need a big.
How did Alexis get so far?
Oh, yeah, that's why I think that I'm shocked that Alexis is as far as she is. I'm surprised that because to me she's a half step down from the other.
I agree. Yeah, it's just she was basically the oh god, what's her name? The Roxy of this season. I think she kept like getting promoted, and everyone's like, but why? Kind of. So, but once you get to Final 5, there is no safe anymore, and she was just gone. So there you go. Okay, but now the dancing challenge. That was definitely a challenge for Trinity and for Shay. Did anyone else notice the dancer boys in the background just kind of giving you like they were eye rolling their faces off, just like, oh, we have to do it.
Tie-dye queens, let me tell you.
Tie-dye queen. So, Mark, what did you think of the dance challenge?
It was good. I mean, it was. I enjoyed how each of them went to their strengths. I mean, Shay can shake her booty like nobody else, and she can do all that. Trinity just showed off her body. Sasha was, exceptionally odd, and Peppermint stuck to what she knew.
Exactly.
Sasha did a much better job than the rehearsal footage would have led you to believe.
Correct. You
No, I agree with that too.
I was quite impressed, actually.
Yeah, Walter, what did you think of the challenge, the mainstay challenge?
I thought it was great. It was a repeat of the All Stars challenge.
That's what
I
I
hope they
thought,
don't do
too.
it a third time.
Yeah.
And
But no,
it was
I thought
certainly
great.
better.
I thought everybody did really good. When it comes to that dancing thing, unless you're a dancer, it's going to be awkward for you, and it's not RuPaul's dance race. It's a drag race. So it's, you have to do a sighting scene with people who are dancing who don't dance.
Agreed. No, I get what you're saying. Like, if you're not a dancer, you're not going to be able to just pull a routine out of your ass, or magically you're going to be able to be a dancer. But that's what I like Todrick saying. He said is like, well, this is season 9, so we're pushing you farther now. But that being said, like you said, the footage showed like Trinity and Sasha kind of stumbling, and then we see the
and then they did fine.
Well, no, that's reality show. Like
Editing.
I've worked on the set of a couple reality shows, and it's basically bullshit from start to finish. And
well, they're creating drama. Like it wouldn't be.
So all they had to do is, those were probably 2 or 3 hour rehearsals. It took 15 minutes of the beginning of Alexis's and 15 minutes at the end of Shay's. And said, look at this.
Well, I mean, they have to create drama somewhere because this was the nicest season.
Oh my God! Oh please!
Did everyone watch Untucked? Did everyone watch Untucked? And it was just group therapy. It was just like, I just love you all so much. Throw a drink.
The way she said, like, if this is where drag is going, and also to speak to a lot of our philosophies in Q Life and our family here, like, we do have those same mentalities. Is like, there's enough room, there's enough beauty for everyone. There really is. So like, find your uniqueness and run with it, and let's lift everyone up. So I can relate to it. That's how I like to live, and so I'm glad that that's where it's going to. But it doesn't make for great TV.
It's a great thing. I enjoy it. It's rather than fighting all the time. But I mean, I guess I realize that people have tuned into Drag Race to see all the fighting.
Yeah.
But truth be told, backstage when you're with other queens, I would rather have queens that are nice to each other than fighting with each other, because it does nobody any good once you get out on stage if you're fighting the whole time.
The fighting makes everything very awkward.
What was it that Bianca Del Rio said once? Bianca Del Rio said, this is a drag competition. The only thing fucking worse is prison. I mean, we kind of didn't really see that. This episode, we didn't see anything in the workroom. We kind of saw it in the very beginning, and then we saw no workroom conversations. They had to fill everything with those rehearsals, the radio show.
That's the thing. They had so much to do this week.
And even the moments they did find were like, they were just queens being regular catty, and they put like some dramatic music behind it to make it seem dramatic.
And
they were just
what the fuck is a squatty potty?
Potty? Oh, I want to get one. They sound amazing.
Google it, Mama. Google it.
Poops rainbows. Poops ice cream.
Oh, you have to see the advertising for it. It's the best marketing.
Oh, it's horrifying.
It's fun. Well, they're also a sponsor of the What's the Tea podcast, which is why they were promoted on the show last night. And
by the way,
like you said, yeah, Michael, go ahead.
Oh, what I was going to say, just to get back to the dance challenge. At least the dance challenge this week was a hell of a lot better than walk, ribbon.
Oh my God. Well, that's because they had Todrick in there. They had dancers in there who actually know what they're doing. Instead of the queens being like, okay, I guess we twirl here and we walk here. And so it takes that objective eye to be like, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. That's not working.
Todrick is a dancer.
She were it. I love Shay. We were all expecting it, but Shay kind of slayed the dance challenge. Okay. But they didn't have a touching moment in the workroom, but we did on the runway in the critiques. So I would like to ask all of our panelists today, if you could say one thing or give some advice to your younger self. It can be your, 4-year-old self, your 8-year-old self, or your 33-year-old self, if that's a younger you. What would you tell them? Let's start with Mama Mark Finley.
I would tell my younger self, God, what would I tell my younger self? Probably that, because I grew up in a really small town, I would probably tell him from a very early age, I said, the world is bigger than this. This is not your place. but you'll find it.
Lupe?
You know, because
Hi.
it was
Very well. How are you?
Little Sheba left. She's not coming back.
Okay.
What's going on there?
I don't know. He's calling for little Sheba or something.
Okay.
No, I would tell myself that, you know, you'll find your place in the world, but and you'll get through it. Just keep your head above water.
That's good advice, because a lot of kids growing up in small towns, it's like you think that's the world because that's all that you know. And luckily with the internet now, like you can kind of see like, oh no, it's a bigger place, and you can travel to, you know, Australia in less than a day. So
Right.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, they didn't have the internet. So
Did they have Australia?
I think it was found then. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
One just big continent back then.
Yeah, Pangea.
Oh, I miss Pangea.
Pangea, Shantae, you stay. Russ White, what would you say to your younger little self?
Kiss the boys. Kiss the boys. I think about growing up and how closeted I had to stay, and as I grew up and we had the internet and we had Facebook, and you got to see who came out after high school. It's like, oh, well, I wasn't alone. And just to never really force yourself to grow up. I think by constantly thinking like a child when I look at business, I maintain that youthfulness throughout everything I do. It's that curiosity and that drive and that vigor. Never lose that.
Yay! Well, that's good advice to younger you, I think. Dylan, G. Rush, what would you say to your younger self? Is there a younger self?
I would say that
Hate you.
definitely don't pee on electric fences. That's a big one. That one cost me a few days of fun. Also, don't worry about all the people beating you up all the time. That will pass. And to my younger self, going like back to 14 or 15 years old, I'd say, you know, don't worry about your 18-year-old self getting the shit kicked out of them. It's gonna be okay. No, I got bullied as a kid, and I would say that to my younger self that tell your parents to leave your hometown. My hometown was awful, but I think that make sure that you go to practice all the time, because that's how you pay for college.
There you go. What? Yeah, that's really sweet, Dylan. Michael Barbieri.
Well, I don't know exactly my much younger self, because, I mean, I went through some shit as a kid, but really I wouldn't change much of anything. So I would talk to my younger self from when I first moved to New York. I would say, avoid blonde hair dye. I would say, avoid flock of seagulls hair.
Yes.
I would say, avoid members only jackets.
Yes.
And I would say, when you meet this queen named Mark Finlay,
Run!
That's amazing. Thank you, Michael. Walter, what would you say to younger you?
Well, I would say to my younger self,
You're so thin there. You're so very
when I
thin.
was
List of
thin,
Flockhart as your younger self?
Hey, she looked thief.
had hair. Yeah. I would say to my younger self, save money.
I agree with that
it.
wholeheartedly. Luckily, my 401k is doing okay right now. Garrett Patian.
Wow. Okay, so I grew up in a small town as well, and I would say to my younger self, pretty much the stereotypes of what society says a man should be, ignore that, and join theater and join music and do the things that other people would consider to be gay, because that's truly like what you would like really truly want in your life, but you never did. And so But also that one day you're going to be recognized for your brain, and you're going to invent things, and you're going to create things, and you're going to find a way to be the best little gay person out there. And once you figure it out, like, you're going to be the Jenna Jameson of gay. So just go big or go home. And
Jenna Jameson.
Go big or go homo.
Yeah, you're going to make an impact, and you're going to be able to do it the right way. So, and to do it with love, and to bring other people up with you. So that's what I would say. Just do it sooner. Find out sooner and do it
That's
sooner.
awesome. Yeah. We always wish we could like learn those lessons a little sooner after they happen, but they happen when they're supposed to. Christopher Anthony Henry, younger self, go.
Get the money up front before you climb into the back of a Chrysler New Yorker.
And
no,
Carrie
kidding. I was got the money. You know, I struggled for a long time, I think, as most gay men do, and most people in this panel probably do. I struggled with depression for a long time and had a few suicide attempts that I've been open about through social media, and with sexual addiction and stuff like that. And what I would say to my younger self, it's what I'd say to most young people kind of struggling with these issues, is forgive yourself. You know, you're worthy. You're worthy of self-love. You're worthy of love from others. You don't need to please everybody else all the time. It's not your job to make everybody else happy. It's your job to make yourself happy, and then to spread happiness when and if you can. You're worthy. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be the best version of yourself. I see so much of that, unfortunately, in young gay men, with how we treat ourselves based on how we look or how we sound, or how we're perceived within the scene or the community. And it's what creates a lot of issues for ourselves. I mean, I've struggled for a long time with an eating disorder and other stuff. So, I mean, you know, it's a hard thing, especially when we're performers as well. So I would just say, be easy on yourself. Don't take life so seriously. We're here to have fun. So just enjoy it.
Yay, I like that.
What about you?
As for me, I don't know. No, that's why I really like drag in a way, because it's kind of the epitome of like you making yourself into what you want to be. And I think that's what we all touched on that a little bit in what we said to our younger selves. It's like it can be better. It gets better if you make it better. And that's what these queens do. And that's what they are an example of every week. That's why I love watching this show. And that's why I love commenting on this show. And I would say to my younger self, be sure to start drinking earlier. And speaking of drinks, Michael Barbieri has a little cocktail for us.
Yes. This is called the Beat That Mug.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So it's a mug.
That mug is beat.
It's made with black vodka.
Why it gotta be black?
Huh?
Why it gotta be black?
Black vodka matters. Black vodka matters.
Black vodka matters. And Patron Citronage and beet juice.
She got a mix.
And there's a little beet chip.
Oh, beet chip.
As a garnish.
Is it actually quite good?
I wish I was enjoying one myself. I got my coffee going.
Drinking it all, and I think it's tasty.
All right, well, here we go. Who do we think is taking the crown? Russ, we're going to save you for the end so you can tell us what's going on QLifeMagazine.com. Mark Mama Finley, what's going on?
I would love to see a double win. I think it'd be great if Shay and Sasha won together. I think it'd be really fun.
You just want to see them kai-kai.
No, God, no. I don't want to see that. No. It was bad enough watching them eat broccoli earlier.
Broccoli, it was like, yeah.
But you know me, I'm a Sasha queen all the way. I'm Team Sasha. Yay.
Sasha for the crown. Dylan.
I too am Team Sasha. I think that my prediction is going to hold, and Shay's going to take third. I think it's going to be Peppermint first. Although I want Sasha to win, I think that Peppermint's going to have the personality to pull it out. Sasha number 2, Shay number 3, and Trinity.
All right. Next, Michael Barbieri.
Of course, I would love to see Peppermint win, but realistically, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's probably Shay. I think Shay will win. If not her, then Sasha after, then Trinity, then Peppermint.
Okay, that's the top there. And Walter, who do you think?
I think Sasha should win. I think there may be an echo in here. I think Shay probably will win. But if you look at the Twitter voting for what team you're on with RuPaul, Sasha is way ahead of everyone.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ru wants to hear from you. Garrett Patiani.
I have, after Valentina was out, I did say Sasha, and I'm going to stick with Sasha. I just think that there's something to be said for the mind of Sasha. I love the way she thinks, and I love the way how she's always just looking at the bright side of things. She's a raging optimist, and I love that about her. However, I do think that with the whole trans movement that's going on, and it's kind of like the focus of a lot of media and the new kind of wave of like visibility, I think for the show and for that, I think Peppermint would make a good pick to go along with that movement. And
that would be great.
So,
all right, so maybe we'll get that. And Christopher Anthony Henry.
Well, who I want to win, I'm actually kind of noticing a pattern. I agree. I kind of want Peppermint to win. I think she possesses all of the performing skills and the natural charm and exuberance to carry the title. Who I think will win, probably Shea Coulee. Although if we get another Tyra Sanchez moment, we could get Trinity. So, I mean, who knows? But
that's true.
I would really love to see Peppermint win. I think she could do a lot for the title. I think she'd be a really great person to carry on Ru's legacy.
They're all so good. Like, honestly, whoever wins, I'm going to be happy with because I love them all. You really do.
Except, I notice none of us are saying Trinity. We don't think she's going to take it. So
not anymore.
That's okay.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think she doesn't do it.
Yeah, but honestly, she was my favorite look on the runway.
When they asked all of them, why should you win?
Mm-hmm.
And you go down the line.
She sounded whiny.
It was all about her.
Mm-hmm.
It was just for her. It was, I deserve this.
Yeah.
I deserved it. I deserve it. It was very self-centered, and I think that's not a good thing.
About the community in which you're serving.
Well, that doesn't speak to Ru's brand either. Ru is
not. It doesn't.
Yeah, so
very Violet Chachki if she won.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Shea as well. I'd love if Peppermint won, but I will take her as Miss Congeniality. Russ, where are we on Q Life? Who's the top on Q Life magazine?
I'm having trouble loading that right now because I think we have so many voting. It's really slow.
But past few weeks it was Shea and Sasha right at the top, wasn't it?
Shea and Sasha have been at the top for the last several weeks. I'm gonna make an editorial decision and call it for Peppermint.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
We got another Team Pep up in here. Well, that's good. All right, so it is anyone's game, and obviously we don't really know the winner until they broadcast it because we've seen the edits where they do like all of the anyway. Yeah. I'll be excited to see what happens, and I would like to thank my friend Danny Laraway for letting me use his room today to broadcast from because I'm out of my apartment and I'm on my way to Connecticut.
And Alex, we would like to congratulate you for raising so much money in Broadway.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, baby. Yeah, everyone's pitched in this year. I wonder why everyone feels so generous. Okay, well, thank you for joining me this afternoon, everybody. Thank you for watching, everybody out there. Thank you, Ru, for producing this lovely show that we can't get enough of. And until next week, I guess.
Reunion show.
Reunion show. Fireworks? I think so. All right, well, until then, let's all just say bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye.